Oh, look, I have an excellent connection.
Ah, well, there we go. That fixes a lot of problems.
Oh, look, it
I
just
think
went
the
live with
fire
us.
is making me a little hot today.
Is it?
Yeah,
I'll turn it down here.
from bacon. Usually it's like my favorite thing in the world.
Copy. All right, let's go to Facebook. Let's go. I'm going to create a poll. Haha. Close poll. Create poll. Question. Did you know we are live on YouTube at this link? I shall use your system against you.
Maybe that's why we get suppressed. That's why we can't have nice things, baby. It's why we can't. Oh my gosh, we're just never gonna get here.
Oh no. Blue.
I think there's a way for us to have a patron-only Discord thread, though. Talking with Honey about it.
There is.
Thinks that there's a way to set that up.
I do. I already know. I mean, I know. I know about it.
It's that moment in the painting where you're like, well, this isn't getting any better.
Save. Okay. There it is. No. Save. Activate poll. Okay. Got a new. There's a new poll going. Hey, look, some people found it. Oh my gosh. Hello, people.
We have a couple people who are super on board and supportive.
Pop out chat. Do, 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 do. Here you go.
There you go.
Look at that. I got you some chat. And now I shall go over to the Facebook. We go to the event and see if I can edit the events. Yeah, Amy, there's still 20 people in Facebook. So I'm going to leave a little message out there so that they know we've moved over here.
Are we still streaming live on Facebook?
Uh-huh.
So that's like a dual cast?
Well, so I bridged the system. So I started up the YouTube broadcast before I shut down the Facebook one.
Oh, that was smart.
I'm still kind of leaving some stuff out there. So I think folks are starting to figure it out. Oh, look, there, it did leave a little.
We are very not ready for this today. But we'll be ready for it next time, and the next time, and the next time. Oh, and I see chat over here.
Yeah, Rosie says the link is not clickable in Facebook. Sorry about that, but you get it. And I'm just going to leave that up there for people who wonder in.
How is the link not clickable in Facebook? You can share
because it's a little window that pops up like a poll and says, "Did you know that we're live on YouTube right now?" And here's the link.
Oh no, you can't. No, there's no clickable links in polls.
But there's no way for me to.
Just go into the comments of any of the posts and leave a link.
I'm going there right now.
Yeah. Okay. There is a way. I'm just telling you there's a way.
I mean, just in.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying there's a way.
In the video chat, there wasn't a way.
No, I can see that.
I was just like, that was my shortcut. Here we go. Okay. Can you copy the paste link? Yep. Oh, you can copy and paste the link. Oh, cool. So I'll leave that up.
And also link.
And the link is in the. I dropped a link in the group, and so
Okay.
it'll sort of be dual broadcasting, and
I get that it's frustrating today. If you guys are frustrated trying to find the link, we're learning just like everybody else.
yeah, we're gonna work this out though.
One thing to get used to when I'm not teaching, I'm a messy generalized painter, and I do change my mind a lot. A lot. So just be ready for that.
All right, there we go. I put the YouTube link in group. Okay. All right, folks, we've put out the links everywhere we can. Yeah, Rosie's just like, oh, no worries at all. She's just happy to hang out.
Oh, thank you, Rosie.
So there you go. You've got chat up there that you can read.
Yeah. And that's the YouTube studio.
That's the YouTube.
Heather C's like, is that a mushroom? I really hope so, because if it's not a mushroom, it's something else.
It is a very, very bad cloud if you ever see one.
Worst cloud I've ever done.
Well, maybe a gray cloud. It's just, if you ever see a cloud that shape, not good things have happened. That's a lot of thermal energy being released.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. I thought you were like, oh, that's just an awkward cloud. I'm like, not getting it.
Nope. That means a column of thermal energy is exiting vertically at very, very high speeds.
Yes, it would mean that. But because I wasn't really tracking what you were saying, just thought cloud.
I know. It's just like,
because I wasn't paying attention. Sometimes I'm just not.
there's a whole weird science around that cloud formation.
In my own home life, in my own family, like my biggest Achilles heel is that I'm just not paying attention.
All right, I'm going to turn this, I'm going to walk away.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go check out my stuff.
Are you going to heat my coffee when you walk away?
I
can take them to heat my coffee. I am independent right now because I have my little my coffee sign that I can put up and say I'm getting coffee, and then they'll know that's what's happening. I made one ahead of time because that's how important coffee is to me. You do? Colleen? Yeah, I see Colleen sent you a message on Skype, John.
Yeah, I know, but I'm looking for her in the chat.
She's in chat. I'm looking at her right there.
Oh, okay, I'm looking at the wrong window. That's why.
She's just not a butterfly over here.
Yeah, well, I have to.
But I like told her today already, you don't have to be a moderator, Colleen. All right. We don't really need to boot anybody though, do we? Angela asked what kind of coffee I buy. Starbucks, Pikes Peak, ground in the bag, and then I'm right now currently doing a French press. Kind of get that out there. My dad actually created the trail, believe it or not, on Pikes Peak in Colorado. There was a time when you weren't supposed to ride on it, and he used to ride his motorcycle on it when you weren't supposed to ride on it. And now it's an open trail because he kept not respecting the sign. He doesn't really see the story that way. That is what happened. So, thank you so much. Nothing like Starbucks. Well, I like Starbucks French press a lot. Actually, it's one of the best deals you can get at Starbucks because it's like $8 for the entire pot. And the coffee maker that my mom had bought me broke, and so we did this as an emergency, and then we realized that we just really like it. I'm going to turn on my hair dryer, but it doesn't, I'm not going to mute you. So again, I know it's not that exciting of a love. Katie's off to take her boys to school. Is always very good. Yeah, just chat, guys, and I'm going to paint. And if it's okay, I may be a little bit quieter so I can kind of think for a minute. Because when I'm designing, I kind of need more of my brain power. All right. Okay. I'm actually just going to go get coffee, guys, so that's why you're looking at my sign. Hey, Spider, I'm live on my mic. You're not paying attention to me. I just want to No, no, I just don't want to come in and not let you know and invade your privacy. Yes. Well, that means the people in the live stream can hear you and me talking, and I just don't. It's like being on speakerphone. I'm just trying to let you guys know that we're live on a mic. Oh no, you don't have to. You guys go about your regular lives. This is a new experiment I'm doing with the patrons, where they just look. No, no, it's patrons, and I'm just letting them watch me work during design days, and so they get to be part of my very boring design process. Yeah, right now, like. Well, no, I have a sign up right now that says I'm getting coffee. But this way, you guys don't have to microwave me coffee during the show because I can get my own coffee. Because I have a sign. Oh, hi, Shortcake. I'll come say hi to Shortcake and then I will go back to work. Hi, Shortcake. He's cute. He's the cutest little puppies in the world. Oh, loves you. Love you so much. Love you so much. You're just a little furry ball of joy. All right. You get to listen to me sip too. Maybe eat. Dragging curtains today, John. Dragging curtains today. They can see my little sign. I made a sign. You might wonder, why are you so proud of that sign? Huh? I didn't mute when I went. Because I was just heating coffee. And it's muteless. I have it for emergencies, like if the kids decide to get in a big life, world-ending fight there. I got the mute. I've got the power. Rebecca Hoffman says she's really glad we're live because it's helping her maintain her well-being. And she survived a tornado, John. Oh, wow. I hope everyone is okay where it hit. Tornadoes are not my favorite. River of Jazz Art is like, it's been so long since I've been able to catch a live. This is so laid back and chill. Yeah, this is definitely the definition of laid back. Super laid back. Because I'm not really teaching, I'm just designing. And so there's really nothing to do but watch me think and work it out and change my mind and possibly throw out a painting, which happens more often than you'd think. I think I'm going to just change papers out. I'm not liking this one. It's drying out too much. When I'm running my fireplace, it just makes even the wet palette struggle, and I don't have a humidifier going right now. So there's just almost no way. Shortcake wants something. I hear her a Birkin. What are you working on, John? Oh, fun times. Cuba White is on its last legs. Almost doesn't want to be with me anymore, I can tell. So again, hopefully you're a patron and you know this is like a very chill, non-TT live. Heather, are the dogs getting along now? I would say for the most part they are. I think there's a combination of Shortcake understanding. Twix is definitively unable to hurt her, and Twix realizing that she can set boundaries with Shortcake. So it seems to be working. Seems to be working. So as you're going, I had this idea. I was looking at all these old vintage cards where there were Santas and mushrooms and elves and gnomes and mushrooms. And I was like, man, that was like really cool. I wish there was something like that now. And then there was also some really cool, like, loose little fairy angels. And so I just thought, it'd be fun to kind of combine these up. So I'm kind of just taking, I don't have any references or anything other than my own sketch, which is this right here. So I have this sketch going. That's kind of what I'm thinking to do. So that's kind of how my process works is I write down some ideas and I do some research online, and sometimes I used to go through my photo website and go through, but there's some potentially problematic things with it now. A YouTube friend of mine called me to tell me, and so that was kind of a bummer. Trying to decide which side of the mushroom I want to be the hottest so that it can glow. I haven't made up my mind yet. Hi, Lynn. No, this is definitely not my usual stream at all. This is very unusual. It's something I'm just doing for my patrons, where we're letting everybody see my creation process, and I'm just quietly creating. I'm not teaching or anything. This painting may not be a lesson on YouTube. It might. Depends on how I like it when it's done. And it lets you guys kind of see a little bit behind the scenes. We were doing it in the closed Facebook group, but the closed Facebook group was acting up. So we were like, oh, let's just go over to John's channel and we'll just go live. And then he couldn't figure out how to make it unlisted. So this is where we are now. But my usual streams are educational and really quite organized. Well, I hope they are organized. I don't know. Everybody here will have to say it because, like, I think it's tough to be reflective on oneself. But this is just a way to say thank you to the people that support us and kind of get to see what's coming up ahead of time, maybe, and in full lessons, and also see how I kind of get ideas from my head onto the canvas to eventually well-organized, thought-out lessons for the community. Yes, Angela, this is exactly like being in my studio. If you guys were over at my house right now having coffee and I had to work, I would be just working quietly and you would be drinking coffee and sitting by the fireplace. And, you know, you just that's what's going on. And I think on occasion, we may have a regular person find our stream because it's a public stream. And I suppose YouTube could show it to people, but it's a really small channel that nobody knows about. So our thinking was they won't come. And it won't be a problem in any way. Because they won't be coming to that. I'm going to go get my glazing liquid. I think I need some. No, because they're on mic, and this is, again, this is designing. I think the only weird things I think people are wandering in going, what is happening here? Not a lot of people, because it's not really serving it out to everybody. Like, just like an occasional person who's like, oh, this was on the live. I wonder what it is. Oh, this is boring. Little Bell Hall's going to play a gremlin. They're fun. Can't really get it wrong, right? Because their faces are. I don't even really have to be that symmetrical. Putting on some fluid. I think today I'm going to work on 1 to 2 acrylics and a watercolor. I've got to get some holiday watercolors designed up. I've got the tree class clinic coming up, which is nice because, you know, I'm getting a little practicing on them trees. Always a good idea. Kind of like the mushroom in the skull. A little bit like the mushroom in the skull. Yeah, a little bit. It's going to glow. And there's going to be a little snow around it. I'm going to put some kind of fairy angels kind of circling around the glow. And they'll be glowing the snow. And I'll put the little spots on there. And I'm probably going to sprinkle it with snow. And then we'll see if I like it or don't like it. So I might do this with you guys regularly if you guys think it's cool. So definitely like let us know if you think that just watching me create is fun and chatting with each other and just kind of catching up and having a low key kind of stream is fun. I can't always be like, level 10 out there teaching. So this would be a very sustainable offering that we could do for patrons to say thank you for the support. And it will let you guys get sneak peeks into what is and isn't making it to the channel. Zzz, because we have the watercolor channel. Oh, you know what we forgot to do, John?
No.
Record overhead.
We did.
For the reel.
We would have had all this wonderful nonsense.
It's true. Next one? Okay. Or we could record from here if you wanted. Because I'm still pretty early in the painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, because I can put it up on TikTok. We got to figure out how to output for Instagram, whatever's going on with that half missing video thing. Get that fixed. Yeah, might as well from like here. I've still got a lot of mushroom to paint, and I've still got fairies and snow to put in, so it might be interesting to have a partial stream. Is it okay? So if I can record these and turn these into reels and pins on Pinterest and all of that, then that really helps me do less work. Anytime I can do one session that fits 3 things is always, I'm kind of explaining to them too. Oh, you're talking on the phone. Jennifer says liking this, so yay. In group, what I'll do from now on is when I make the event, I'll put the link in it to the stream that'll be over here on John's channel, and you can just subscribe to the John Cooney channel too. You don't need to subscribe to it though; it won't be necessary because you'll always have the links. But that's where I think we'll probably host these in future, because this is working pretty well. Cinnamon, I have to tell you, although I feel bad when they say this, it makes me laugh too. My family asks if I'm watching Sherpa because they know they can't talk. Well, Amy, I have a similar thing at my house because the kids are like, "Are you live?" Because they have to be quiet. So, I kind of get that completely. That's funny. Like I told the kids on this one because they were like, "What do you mean you're live all day?" And I'm like, "It's okay. You can talk and run around and do your own stuff. Like, just don't get in a like big giant fight with your siblings because everyone will hear it, and don't tell me anything you wouldn't want everyone to hear." I'm like, so it's like speakerphone rules.
He may be able to answer sort of what you could know. Because he may know.
When this goes from being me just quietly designing to your lessons, generally what I'm doing is I'm also figuring out how can I get here in a simpler way and show you guys how to do it. So that's why you'll see some difference in the design process to the teaching process is I've got to figure out how to take kind of maybe a complicated journey and turn it into a simplified one that you can do at home. I think when I design the next brush line, I'm absolutely going to have a grass comb in it. At this point, I'm just like, I'm either going to have to partner with somebody new or go find who makes brushes and just do it myself. It's so funny. Amy says that. Oh, that's very funny, Amy. Thank you. That's funny. My 8-year-old is like, "Do you have a live, Mama?" Yeah. It's a weird world we all live in, isn't it?
Rain. You know Rain. Rainer used to be young. He is in business and working.
Charity C says, "I love the filament that your red handle brushes are made of." Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to find that again. It was really rough to have to separate from silver brush. What you guys don't know is that actually happened 2 years ago at the Pinners event in Minnesota. The owner of the company wanted to, I guess at one point sell, and then did not tell me that that was going on. I actually found out about that from somewhere else because they weren't supposed to do that. And then brought their son in who's in business development and real estate to come in and help do that. And I met him at that event, and the entire event, he made weight comments, told me we should take the stairs, rolled his eyes every time I spoke, pretty much let me know that he thought working with me was a big mistake that his mom made. He was just mean to me from the time we got there. Like, he was upset to have to help me or talk to me or anything. He sat me at a table. Like, they were supposed to provide me an easel because they wanted me to sit in the booth and help them with their brushes, which I said I would do because we were business partners. And he wouldn't even get me a chair, and he wouldn't let me thank the people who donated the table. He got the wrong thing, and then he was just awful to me the entire time, and made it very clear that I did not fit the vision in my appearance or in what I was doing that he had for Silver Brush, which, like, when I asked him if he had a 5-year plan, he was like, no, because I think 5-year plans are really crazy. But every time he talked about the future of the company, everything about it was like raising its value and trying to flip it. So I got pretty upset, and I had some clauses in my contract that were for treatment, and I enacted those because I was just like, that's why I didn't sign with FM or other companies, because I didn't want to deal with that. I don't think the owner of the company, and this is just an opinion, I don't know because you can't know another person's heart, really believed me when I said what happened. I think she thought that I was looking to just partner with a different brush company or get a better deal, which I wasn't. I mean, I passed on a Michael's deal, right, to honor my contract with her. I really actually was very grateful to her, and I had a lot of pride in the brush line, and I really wanted it to be okay, but I just could not be talked to like that. Colleen was with me, and at the point by the end of the event, she wouldn't even take food from him. And the first time he treated me nice was after the news people came out. And they came out and, you know, they were impressed with what I was doing. And oh my gosh, like, so I arranged to have the newscast from their booth from Pinners. Like, I like begged and borrowed and pleaded to get that to happen. And he didn't even clean up, and he wouldn't even give me like an ironed tablecloth, and just kept telling me not to get the table dirty. And he was just the whole weekend like, are you going to sell these brushes? Are you going to sell these brushes to your community? And it was just like, he had all these like smarmy ways he wanted me to sell to you guys. And I'm like, we don't do that. It's not what we do. And after the newscast, we had a bunch of people come in. I think it was just because it was Sunday and a bunch of people were coming in, and he realized that I had a lot of followers. And then all of a sudden he thought I was the cat's meow and was just telling me all the ways that I could like get money out of you guys. And, you know, it was just catastrophic. So that is what happened. It was not the quality of the brushes. The brush filament was amazing. It was just that I realized that isn't the way I could go forward. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, because he was like, I needed the stairs. Should you not buy your brushes from Silver Brush? You know what, Angela? The reason I never brought this up on the main channel is I think you guys should still buy your brushes from Silver Brush. I still use my silver. This is a silver brush. They're a good brush. Right? They were a good brush. And that's why I just never made a big stink on the channel, because I was like, it wasn't Dee. I thought she was a great business person and businesswoman, and I was really glad to have worked with her. And it wasn't the brushes. It was just the treatment of me in the future that it was promising me. And I think that he was looking to, I don't know, sell the company with me as part of those assets. And, you know, so that's how that happened. But it was never the brushes. Ever, ever. But I do think that Dee really did think that I was like trying to get with another company, which I wasn't. And that happened again like 2 years ago. And so what I've been doing the last 2 years is trying to make sure that I support the businesses that purchased Art Sherpa brushes, and make sure that, you know, nothing bad happens to them. And because they're just small business owners, right? Like, they didn't do anything wrong. And then I'm trying to make sure that you guys who invested in brushes, you know, feel good about those investments and are supported. And, you know, the thing is when you're online, you have a lot of weird power that regular people should just not have. And I felt like if everyone understood that what happened, they would be like really frustrated. Did it? Oh, we have another person going to the retreat. Woohoo! Huh? 4 minutes ago? So that's really all that happened with the brushes. And I'm hopefully going to make new brushes. And I hate, it's not my favorite that, you know, Dee feels bad about, you know, her betting on me. And I get it. It's her son. So, like, I think it's tough to be, you know, a parent, because you, even if your son's an adult man, you still see them as your kid. You know, I'm pretty protective of my kids. So I think I will, in spite of everything, keep painting with, you know, the brushes. They haven't sent me a brush in like 2 years, which is why sometimes I can't say anything about the quality of the brushes, because I haven't inspected anything in 2 years. So I hope it's good, and I hope they continue to honor their commitment to you guys as consumers, for sure. I don't have any firsthand knowledge there, though. And, there's really only a few brush companies that I think are good. And so at some point, even if they are not, even if the people within them annoy me, there's not so many good brushes out there that I'm willing to break ties with a good brush company. Was it a very nice call? How did it go?
That was another large government body. I don't want to inundate you with too many options. It doesn't work out. Let's say.
Yeah.
And you already said, yeah, the other options that we're interested are already there and available. Once we do this, we can get this done. So there's other options. Very what we're interested in.
So, yeah, I do plan to somehow make my own brushes. I know where those brushes were made, where my brushes were made, and the companies and locations where they were done. So I have a suspicion that when COVID kind of gets a little more under control and it gets safe to travel, that we'll be able to go there and find our own brushes. I mean, we have several brush companies that do want to work with us. I'm almost reluctant. I'm not sure if I'm ready to, that relationship was like a marriage, and I'm not ready to get into another commitment. It's going to be tough. We have a lot of support. Luckily, we still have some companies that support us and that, haven't bought into the rumors of everything and haven't, kind of got into that. Plus her son apparently went out and made, as I heard, allegedly made a lot of people very angry. Was not just rude to me. Apparently that was a global problem. Crystal's like, she can't hear you. And I wish I could go to the retreat. Remember, there's if you can get yourself there, we have a full ticket that we're doing a giveaway on, and you can go by the ticket event page where you buy the ticket and see how to enter for the free ticket, and then for a chance to win. And then we also have local artist tickets, and we're doing a free meetup again. Rebecca Hoffman, thank you so much. Yeah, it was just weird. And Angela's like, I love the brushes. I still love the brushes. My mom still loves the brushes. I'm just kind of like, well, there's not a lot of people making a ruby satin, so I'm going to just kind of take that one on the chin. I'm trying the Catalysts out by Princeton, but to be honest, I don't like them as much as mine or the ruby satins at the moment. And I like the Texturas quite a lot. Their price is a little out of the price point that I wish things were. And they don't have the variety of shapes, but the filament on them is really good. So give them away, buy them, feel good about that. I don't feel bad about that. Hopefully, at some point here, because I believe in February is like the end. You'll notice that they took me off the website, but in February is the end, and I suspect that whatever's left out there in the world will go on huge discount. I'll be like, just like Jeffree Star, my makeup will, when his makeup went into the little discount things, but it will be in discount, and I want you guys to take advantage of those sales for sure. I want you guys to enjoy that. And then, again, I didn't go big on the channel and make a whole big, tell-all video, even though I could use the views. I didn't do that because I just felt like with so many things, it just wasn't the appropriate action for the event of things that happen. Again, if the brushes were bad, I would absolutely speak up on that. I would tell you all the Simply Simmons brushes that I liked in the beginning, they're still good. They're so good. Just because I got into silver brush doesn't mean the Simply Simmons ended up being not as good. So it's just important that you guys know, if it's a quality problem, I will tell you. If it's a person problem, sometimes I do keep that a little closer to the vest, for 2 years. Just because it doesn't have anything to do with the product or being an art teacher or painting online. It's just, I think, part of doing business. Dee's husband actually used to work at Weber when they were doing business with BRI and Bob Ross. just to give you context of the end of the world and the characters involved. Yep. That's why I kind of knew a little bit about all of that stuff about BRI before the documentary. All right. Crystal Blake, which Simply Simmons do you have? Do you have the firm filament or the regular filament or the hog filament? No. Heather's off to a Zoom meeting. Yeah, just enjoy the brushes that you have. If you have a good brush, man, just have the good brush. Just don't even worry about it. That's what I say. Just enjoy your brush. Oh, Kimberly, thank you for saying that about me being a good person. I'm trying. Again, I have gratitude to Dee. I felt really blessed that she took a chance on me, and I have huge sadness that we didn't get to see the whole thing to the end together. I think being a woman in the art world and business is incredibly tough. It's a really misogynistic industry. I really cannot say that. Like cars, it's as bad as cars. So it's kind of impressive that she was out there doing what she did. I'm getting a little bit of weight on. Oh, see, I'm teaching. I'm not going to teach. I'm just designing. Ha! You guys don't get the lesson. Mm. Lulabelle, reckon there could be a live at the free retreat session for those of us across the pond just to see. Yeah, it's tough where we go. It's a really weird resort in the Poconos, and they don't have great reception, which is why we didn't stream the last one. I'm hoping to do an overseas event in the next couple of years. One, just because I want to, meet all of our over the pond Sherpettes, like Lula, see everybody, and yeah, I hope so. Hope to have that going pretty soon. Should have made this a 1 hoot, and I think I've taken it fully into like a 2-3 hoot range. But it's pretty. So on the retreats, basically how it works is we've got this really cool groovy location. It's kind of like the Dirty Dancing Pocono kind of resort kind of a thing. And my whole thing on it is like I kind of have like a Hobbit vibe, which is that everybody eats. Nobody goes hungry. So that's like one of the big things. And you're really just with me the entire time. I'm breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm with you all day. It's about 4.5, 5 hours of painting a day, which ended up being a lot. Like it people can do it, but it's definitely like a painting stretch for many, many people. I cover both watercolor and acrylic. And we're just together and we're answering all the questions. I can be there and help, troubleshoot. We've got screens so you can see everything. This upcoming one, I've got my mom coming. And so that'll be like really fun. And you also get to see John Little. Oh no, I'm just talking about the event. Lynn, I would love to go to Scotland. One of my good friends lives in Scotland, and I keep meaning to see her. Plus, I love, love, love the idea of going to Scotland and seeing the landscape. Give me a second. I gotta look at this. Make sure it's got that bit of that glow look to it. There we go. That's looking pretty good. There are going to be some dirty paintings. Is it dirt? Do you mean dirty paintings? I have joked about doing them OnlyFans where we do nude paintings. Like, I don't know if you guys don't know this. OnlyFans is an adult, I don't know, platform for streamers. It's really big, and I kept joking like it'd be really funny to do like nude paintings or whatever. Yeah, and then we thought it would also be funny to like paint all the birds that have dirty sounding names like the blue tits and the boobies and you know what? It's something we could definitely do for patrons. We could get some recordings and stuff in for patrons.
Yeah.
They're just wanting to see kind of like what's happening at retreats.
Oh, I can do a patron cam for retreat. Just walk around and show them what they want to see.
Yeah, we'll do a patron cam. John's saying that's super doable. I might not put it out to the.
Set up a patron stream so they can just peek in.
Oh, you know what? That would be cool. Patron stream.
Yeah, we might be able to do patron stream from events.
Okay, so no promises, but what we might try to do is set up a patron stream from events, so you can just sort of peek in digitally. Everybody likes that idea, John. It's more entertaining than this, I'm sure, that patron stream, because we talk most of the time. I like this idea, though, here, John, where I'm just designing and making reels and kind of working it out. Because then even the paintings that I don't end up doing, like, have purpose.
Once I buy my Tesla bot, and the Tesla bot can walk around as a virtual entity for patron.
That would be cool. Sean's talking about getting a Tesla bot. I don't know that that's actually going to happen, but it's the dream. But you never know, because we now have 2 disco balls thanks to that live stream on Facebook when we were like raising funds for disco ball. We have 2.
See, I figure we could.
It was just Amazon accidentally kind of like sent us a couple.
Plug the Tesla bot into a web page where you guys could give it instructions. Be like, go over here and look at it. It would.
Oh, that's like the bot cam that's at the space on YouTube.
Yeah.
The one that goes everywhere.
Except I want one that's like Tesla because it's got arms and legs.
Yeah, that other one's
around.
just like a RC car with an iPad in it, but
yeah, it's a what do you call it? It's not even a Segway with an iPad. It's like a little remote control car on a stick.
It's a remote control car on a stick with an iPad, so that people from Tokyo can see people in New York.
You know what I could do? I could get a Roomba, and then put an iPad on it, and then make it remote controlled.
That's going to be a lot of upskirt shots. You need to have a
no, on a stick. It's not
on a stick. Okay.
Okay. Just roll around. It's like we'll call it Pee Wee Herman.
No, you know what though? I
made a similar mistake to this on my first arcade game. The first time I designed an arcade cabinet, it was my dance cabinet, and I didn't want to use chrome. I wanted to use stainless steel because it lasts longer and it polishes, and in an arcade environment it lasts, so that when kids lean on it and things, it doesn't rust. So it was a dance game. I don't know if you remember, the first one was this big dance game.
I do.
And the floor I had made of polished stainless steel.
Like you do.
And so it was beautiful. It's like this disco floor. We brought it to the first show, and we're standing there all looking at it, going, man, that's an awesome floor. And one of our people
Oh, no.
got it, and she looked down and she goes, I'm not dancing on this floor. She got up, we all looked at each other and went, huh, well. And so we got some matte spray and we sprayed all the surface. And then later that night I took a disc sander and roughed them all up. And the order that we ended up making did not have a polished floor. It had that, the streaks. So
the little circular streaks.
no, there's the linear ones, but it was
That's so funny.
yeah, it was a marvelous, beautiful stainless steel disco floor. All the lights reflected off of it. The speakers it just was so cool until someone got on it and it had that view. And we were like, whoopsie.
Sometimes, man, there's just nothing you can do.
Yeah. So, engineering mistakes. We learned. Yeah, it was awesome, though. It was the coolest reflecting floor ever.
Need another pot of coffee.
I'll go work on it.
I don't know if I need to be muted. I got to eat a granola bar or yogurt. Oh, you know what? I'm going to get a kefir. Can I get 2 kefirs? 2 of the little drinky kefirs?
Do you want to just take I can give you a mute break and you can just go out and you could do a thing?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see here. I'll yeah, you put that up there. Hold on, and I'm going to mute you, and I'll talk to you guys for a second while I'm figuring out, because I can probably put something more entertaining on than that. Let me look around. I've got to have something on this machine that I can show you while we're hanging out here, right? I don't know what intro it is. We got an intro loaded. Let me go look over here. Browse. What do I have while Cinnamon is away that I can show you? See videos. You guys have seen the Corgi. I've already got that up there. Got some vintage ornaments. You see, all the stuff I have on this machine is pretty recent because it was recent recordings. Stack stone. This is all like stuff from the painting course. Where are the bubbles? Amy, the bubbles, we have 2-3 machines around here. The real issue is not getting the bubble machine set up or where to put the bubbles. It's what the bubbles do the mess. They just bubbles go everywhere. Oh, I can put the intermission song thingy up. I can't promise. Hold on, let me go see something because it's a minute long. Let me go see what. That's not it. Add input. Let me go look for it. I think that's not the long intro. I need the full intro. I'll go see if I can find it. And browse. Yeah, I just seem to have this one, and it doesn't go through the whole song. I can put the whole song on though. I'll tell you what, I do have the whole song here in the background, but I just don't have any thing to go along with it. So there it is. Restart. I tell you what. You turn him up. There we go. I'll just put that on and I'll be right back.
Hello, my friends. The time of day is here when everybody paints and forget their fear. I'll show you where your heart is. You know it's where your heart is. It's time to have it's a lot of fun, believe me. Just join me right here, we'll make it a day. We're having a party, why don't you come with me? A straight from the heart party, yes, everybody let it be. We're having a party, yeah, why don't you come with me? A straight from the heart party, come on everybody let it Hello, my friend.
Okay, there we go. Well, I'm sure where I'm at. All right. We don't need to see that again. I was looking for where my my other videos were, but I cannot find them. I had other little videos loaded up, but I was actually just searching for right there. I used to have all sorts of little saved. Those are different places. Yeah, I don't have anything else up here for you guys right handy. I need to reload this machine with new content, probably. They have like buttons. Ooh, look at that. Neat button. All sorts of things. I'm going to keep looking around here because I'm sure I've got some stuff on this machine. I just don't know where I put it. So I'm going to do a search. Where is that video? Yeah, hold on a second. Show file location. It's in pictures. No wonder I couldn't find it. Hold on, I've got a good one. Let me move this over to video. And now I can get, I got 3 minutes. I got 3 minutes for you. Hold on. The coffee takes 4 minutes, so you may have to watch this twice. That's what she says. Okay, hold on. Where is it? You're muted. I know. Okay. Let's see. I have to turn on. Oh man, show me your. See, this is some things. When you do the setup of these new things, if you don't. Oh, it does it. The automatic transition. All right. Well, folks, let's see if you remember this one.
White sand, blue bay, hand in hand, slept there for days. Light wind, gray haze, eye to eye, we parted ways. Meet me under the ocean. Save me from surface rejection. Tell me you crave my affection. soft stepped hard shells, shallow whispers in deep swells. Help me catch my breath, we're getting higher. Imagining your face, you're my desire. Meet me under the ocean. Save me from surface rejection. Tell me you crave my affection. Forever be waves of my ocean. Take me back to where it all began. Show me myself without the shell. When beauty was enough to save from yourself. Make me under the ocean. Save me from surface rejection. Tell me you crave my affection. Forever be waves of my ocean.
And there you go. That was our 3-minute show. Da-da! Let's see what else I have in our. I was going to try to find the eyes. That's an old one. I don't know if I could find it. There's some really good videos out there. That's now that I know that I stuffed some stuff in pictures. That makes more sense. I don't know where that's. I don't know what that is. Acrylic April. That's old. Do. End credits, Eagles, Patron. Oh, no, that stuff is. Do. Huh. What is this? I don't know if this has got audio or not. Here, I'm going to try to flip this over to you guys. So that was when we did the Hot Springs event back a little while ago. I thought that was kind of neat, so I just threw that up here. What is this stuff? An acrylic April ad. Ooh, that could be fun. Oh, there's a birdie time lapse if you got. I don't know if you guys remember. Let me see if I can pop this up there. Wonder how long it is. Oh, it's pretty long. That was her real-time painting of it. I hadn't time-lapsed that up. As you don't watch that whole thing. It's like, whew, really long. What's this? Oh, this could be fun. I don't know if you guys remember this. That's okay. What's this one? Oh, this is... Okay, this is kind of fun because I actually like this video. This is a fun one. We're going to be doing another one like this. So, where is that under pictures? Okay, browse. Pictures. Let's see if this works. Okay, so taking you down memory lane. Here is another one.
Well, it's time for shameless self-promotion so that John and I can get a cup of coffee or do a little something in the middle of the show. I want to thank everybody who's here painting with us today. If you're really enjoying learning how to paint, I would love to tell you about a program I started 2 years ago now. This will be our third year, called Acrylic April. The number one thing I think makes people better at painting is painting more. And I know in my own life, when I did a daily painting challenge, it really helped me to unlock a lot of new skills and break through a lot of creative obstacles. So in that mind, in 2019, I said, oh, well, one way I can help everybody is to create a 30-day sequential painting program where each painting builds into the next, helping artists improve their skills and overcome their creative blocks and frustrations. I'm so proud of this program, and 2021 is going to be the best one I've ever done. I really hope you'll join me. It doesn't cost anything. I mean, other than art supplies, you got to go buy art supplies. But it's not like it costs anything for you to join me. You just show up on April 1st. I promise it's not a joke. It really is April 1st. That's why we say it's Acrylic April. It's no joke. And join me every single day for a small painting on an 8x8 canvas, broken down step by step, just like you're very familiar with all the extra resources that you guys have come to know and trust. You show up every day with me. We're going to be doing a story of water for 2021, which means if you start on April 1st and paint with me every day through April 30th, at the end of it, you will paint water better. And that's why we say to people, you can paint better in 30 days. Now, what happens when you do a daily painting is you overcome a lot of places that you get in your own way. Because at some point, you just have to finish. You can't, run yourself into the ground about being a perfectionist. You spend the amount of time that we spend painting, and when that one is done, you go on to the next one, and that one is done, you go on to the next one. But inside, your inner artist thrives and grows and develops and starts to put together all the different techniques and how they relate to each other. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, there's always like one painting that frustrates everybody, one painting that's a breakthrough for everybody. The first painting freaks everybody out. There's tends to be a lot of excitement and anxiety, but I've got a lot of resources. We use the same colors every year, which is the colors that we've been using this year in 2021 on the channel. We use a few brushes, which this year we will actually have all the brushes once the series is recorded and up to let you know which ones they are. But you guys remember, the magic is not in the brush. It is in you. And we will be able to come forward and you will see from this calendar the general direction that we're going and how this is a story of water, from the way that light plays across a still surface to the way that water plays with light as it runs down rocks. It doesn't really matter. Water's kind of always the same personality. I really think that you can do this. I think if you can do the time to join me, it will be so transformational for you. You can check out Acrylic April 2019. Well, that's where we're really kind of like learning how to do it. Check out Acrylic April 2020. That was such an amazing year, and it's all there to view now. There's already the resources on how to start a daily painting, and that's like 10 tips you've got to have. There's a color chart to help you get ready for every color mix that you can have. There's an amazing split primary color wheel to explain to you why we picked the colors that we did. There's a blog to break through all the drama I call Naples Yellowgate that Naples Yellow has, but why I bothered to use a color that would cause you guys any frustration at all. I mean, there's so many beginner resources. There's a group, Acrylic April, on Facebook where we share the stuff and all of our feelings and excitement and frustrations and just get together and paint every day. We even have people who've been painting every day since 2019. That's how transformational it is. So I hope you enjoy this promo. Thank you for letting me get a cup of coffee because, like, John and I always need the break, and I teach a better lesson when I coffee up, and so does John.
Yep.
And I
Coffee.
Are you back from coffee? All right. So we're going to get back and continue teaching you the lesson that you're on. Please consider joining me for Acrylic April, even if it's just for 1 or 2 paintings. There's going to be something in April that you love that you need to do. Okay, let's get back to our painting.
Okay.
Let me know when I'm
Like-
going again.
Oh, I think you're still muted.
Yeah.
No, you're not. I hear you. You there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you unmute me over there?
No, like the lady said, we gotta get back to painting.
Well, no, I mean, I have to. They don't
It's
have
you.
to.
That's what I mean. You just said to you, we gotta get back to the painting.
I do.
All right, there you go. I'm gonna go find the barking potato. Bark, bark, bark,
The
bark.
barking potato's just having a good day. So it takes a lot longer to design for me than it does to teach because I have to work out so many different ideas. You know, I have to be constantly kind of thinking what I'm doing. And sometimes I change my mind, like I don't like something, and you know, but this is just me in my studio. There is sound. I'm just thinking. This morning session took a little longer than I expected, so I imagine I will be in an afternoon watercolor painting session trying to catch up on that, or maybe another acrylic. It's so hard to say. I really, days that we're not live, often work all day here in the studio. Am I live, John, or am I not live? I don't know. Okay. I just want to make sure, like, so I'm not talking to nobody. Kim wants to know if there's watercolor this afternoon. I mean, I can be back on and show you the watercolor session too. I don't mind. I'm doing the work anyways. We're recording the video anyways. I've got a therapy session and I got to hop off at 1 o'clock to do. And then I've got physical therapy at around 3:20. So it'll be some session after that. I'm not entirely sure where I'll tuck that in. But I don't mind at all. If you guys enjoy it, we'll do the same thing, except this time I'll just make an event and put the link to the stream on YouTube. I originally had hoped this would be a super easy painting, but I can see I'm going to take it to that place where it's just not as easy as some of them. Not that any of the techniques are particularly hard. I think it's just time intensive. It'd be like a hour 45, 2-hour paint in the actual lesson. The time gets shorter because I don't have as many rethinks on the mushroom or where things go or the design. Oh, Kim's like, what's the bubbles? Yeah, I use so you know how I have my art Sherpa pouncers, and I just pulled the sponge out. I don't have the cover. I don't know where the cover is. I lost the cover. Hey, babe, when you're done filling all that out, can you check group and make sure everyone's finding the link okay? I would say this piece is very reflective of my own imagination. And I do like the star sparkles. I agree, Kim. I like the stars and the bubbles. They need it. Now I'm going to do a weird thing in the middle of this, guys. I'm going to scan the painting. I'm going to sign the corner and scan the painting at the stage when I get it done with just the bubbles. And then I'm going to come back and add the fairies, just in case I hate the fairies because I like the bubbles. And the little fairy angels, I know I want to add them. I don't want to skip that, even though I'm really liking the stage. So how I mitigate that for designs for the show is I will scan an image before I make a questionable design choice, just to make sure that there is a record of it where it is. So at the very least, I can get a thumbnail done and a picture-in-picture. And then you guys don't see the reference where maybe I made decisions that I didn't decide to add into the show for one reason or another. And I very, very much like it at this stage. Laura's having trouble getting the motivation to paint. So whenever I have trouble getting the motivation to paint, I try to really listen to where is my motivation lacking. Is it in the effort of the painting, like, you know, just doing the painting, setting up, cleaning up, taking down? And if I find it's there, like I'm just drained by the idea of the effort of the painting, then I make things easier to work with in my art studio so that can rectify itself. But if it's something deeper, like I'm just, something in my heart is struggling, then I try to pay attention to that and do some well-being exercises or do a mental health check-in. And that seems to help me. So maybe that will help you. Now I'm signing. I'm not done. I'm not done. I just want to scan it just in case I dislike the fairies. This is not going to be a fun edit for John on a reel. All right, but before I can do that, I've got to dry it. Okay, I have some kind of good news, bad news scenario for you guys. I'm coming close to my 1 o'clock telehealth appointment. So you may not end up seeing the whole painting finished, but I will post it in group because I am realizing that now is maybe a thing. And I do have to scan it at this stage, so I'll be right back. Just if anybody comes in, tell them I'm scanning. Take the stickies off. I dry it because otherwise paint gets all over the scanner. Hey, John. I know. He is the cleanest of all the kids. It's very strange. All right, that's scanned. I know. I'm gonna show them a couple things, and then I don't know that they'll get to see the end of the painting because I'll have to break and then come back and finish the. Oh, okay. I thought you could hear me.
Huh?
So I've got the telehealth coming up at 1, and I don't. Whoa, shortcake. So I'm gonna wrap up and let them know where we're at and give them some stuff to go out on, and then. Okay, so here's where we were on today's design session. I'll show you what I'm adding. I want to add these vintage style fairies around. Oh, whoops! Don't do that. Around the mushroom. Oh, see, it's telling me telehealth at 1. So, good reminder. Thank you. So I want to do that, but I got a scan of it here. That way, if the fairies just don't work or I decide that they're too hard for you guys to do or something, I have a backup to the work. And, you know, it gets to be kind of crazy. This is so far in design. You guys haven't got to see, like, this was me working on a watercolor holiday tree. And then, oh, that's Lifebook. I guess you can see it. You're not really supposed to see it, but you can see it. That's for 2022. It's in my watercolor pile. I worked on this here. I ended up using acrylic. I wasn't sure if I liked this either. So it was like this whole week of me painting and not sure if I liked it. And then there's another Christmas tree. So, not really sure. This one's interesting to me because I used no paint at all. This was all done with Frisket as a resist. And, you know, I was actually pretty pleased with how it came out, you know, even that. So that's kind of where I've been on the watercolor this week. I've got to come back and finish these with the fairies, I think. But I'll have to do it after my telehealth. If I go back on and do another big painting session today, if you guys want, we can set up another live stream. I know these are super low key, but we can set up another live stream when I get back to it. It'd be later. And you guys can watch me paint again. If watching me paint is of interest and makes you feel real good about supporting our channel, I will do that again as a benefit. Because you guys it's not teaching, but at least you kind of get a sense of what's coming. And, oh, Donna likes the trees. Very cool. And we'll do kind of a similar thing in that I'll make an event, but instead I'll put the YouTube link to the event in group, so it just takes you to this channel, to the stream, and you don't have to, you know. Yeah, Kim Zook looks the second one in the Northern Stars. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll put those up on the channel. You can see what I'm working on in the watercolor tonight too. But if you guys really love the Northern Sky one, we could do that. I don't mind. It's I'll let you guys see. Here, you know what I could do is I could put them up in group, and you guys could like be like, "Oh, I love that." So this one was kind of involved. Took a minute because of the frisket, but it was fun, and I splattered the frisket, which was super fun. I didn't use salt. This I used paint to create the white on the trees, and the kind of space on the. And then this was the study of a tree, but I think that out of the two, I kind of like this one because it's traditional looking. It was much harder, but it was a lot of fun to do. I just wasn't sure if they were tight enough for the channel. And here's another peek at Lifebook 2022. Isn't she gorgeous? All right, so I will catch you guys after. I do my self-care. Remember, mental health is very important. It's important to take care of your mental health. I try to take care of mine, and that's completely okay to do. And taking care of your physical health, I do physical therapy so that I can stay strong and not be weak in my painting and keep my shoulders strong and balanced. So those are the things that I'm doing for my well-being. I highly encourage you to take care of your well-being for whatever influence that is. I don't know what that needs to be. You guys do you. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And I'll see you at this really strange table real soon. Bye-bye.